You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Yeah.
Yes, you are, and
We're live.
we are live. Welcome to Skylyne Radio Show on a oh Lord, can we just start that over? Let's rewind. Hey guys, yes, thank everyone for tuning in. My name is T the Busy Bee.
I'm your boy, Skylyne Mark.
And this is Skylyne Radio Show. We have a very special guest with us today. She's actually my cousin, guys. We went to elementary school together. We kind of like grew up together, kind of did it. Then like my family moved, so we only could get in touch with each other during Facebook. And we had the best elementary school group. Like,
yes. Oh my God.
I don't know where everyone else is right now, but we definitely did. And yes, would you like to introduce yourself so I don't have to introduce you?
My name is Loreal, Ballou. I am the author of these 3 books and everything else on Amazon and Barnes & Nobles and iBooks, excuse me.
Yes. So today, not so today. So, usually when we start off the show, we always do a temperature check. Our weeks go from Wednesday to Wednesday. So, of course, right now I'm going to ask you, so how has your week been?
It has been great.
That's good. Anything special happened this week?
I'm here.
Yes!
So.
I'm so excited. I've been so excited since I remember it because I almost forgot. But I've been just so excited. Like, yay, I did it, finally. How about you, Mark? How's your week been?
Oh, my week has been great. My week started great. Them Chi-Town boys got a W this week. We got a kicker, y'all. We didn't do no doinking this time. 53-yard touchdown to win the game, yeah. Oh, yeah. And Khalil Mack, number 52, y'all. He did his thing as usual. You see we got jerseys on, right? Bears, Redskins, yeah, that's Monday Night Football. I'm not sure.
She's a Cowboys fan.
Yes.
That's the only thing.
Say something else.
I don't want to hear it. We didn't stop.
We really don't.
We strive. We strive to get those 21 points.
But we won.
But we got those 21 points.
Won.
But we got those 21 points.
Y'all not going nowhere.
That's
though.
all that matters. That's what matters is that we got.
Y'all got 2 JV teams in your division, and then you got Philly, who's like kind of iffy right now.
Philly's always iffy.
They are.
You know what's crazy? All of my friends are Philly fans, and because all of my friends being Philly fans, I'm starting to collect their Philly clothes over my house. That's not cool. I got a sweatshirt and a t-shirt. I'm like, what is happening? Why do y'all just keep leaving? Like, why do y'all leave stuff here? I don't ask y'all for this stuff. Take it back with you. I'm not a Philly fan. I'm a Redskins fan. I have on Campbell's jersey today. Mr. Jason Campbell.
Boo.
Boo.
No boo. No boo.
He played with us and he was straight trash.
Well, he ain't trash. He wasn't trash when he played with us.
He was alright.
He was good when he played with us.
He's alright.
Then he got hurt.
Hey man, watch your mouth, yo.
My producer just told me that he was that he sucked too. It's okay. I like my Jason Campbell, so I'm fine. Yeah, Jason Campbell. So I'm fine with Jason Campbell. I had to make sure I said his name.
I'm gonna get her a
right.
better jersey. Don't worry about it.
You are?
Yeah. I'm gonna get you a Sean Taylor.
I have other jerseys.
You said you be swimming in them.
Yeah,
they're like dresses.
In them. They're my granddad's. That was one of the
Y'all
things
know she only about this big.
So I be swimming in my jerseys, and guess who be wearing those jerseys?
You.
Loud and proud. Yes, I do. Every chance I get. How many jerseys do you have? How long have you been a Cowboys fan?
Probably like
I only
2
have
weeks.
like one jersey.
You ever been?
On me.
It swims on you too, so you don't really wear it for it. You ever been to a game?
But, it's okay. Because we're great.
Why are you a Cowboys fan?
Because why would I be a Redskins fan?
You don't have to be a Redskins fan.
You can be a Chicago Bears fan.
There's about 35 other
What's wrong with
teams. They suck. They're
You ever lived
cowgirls.
there? You ever lived there?
No, but I have been in Dallas.
But did you live there?
No, I have not.
So what made you become Was it Michael Irvin? I mean, I see the books. It was Michael Irvin, wasn't it? Trying to find out what the ingredients were for him to have bad habits.
Dope books.
Oh my God.
We're gonna get ingredients for the dope books.
I'm so done. Y'all are
Right.
wild.
So your shirt says "I write dope books" on it. Everyone can't see it, but it definitely says "I write dope books" on it. Where did that come from? How did you get it? I want to know because I want one, even though I don't write books.
It's on this website that I got. It's called Writers. What is it called? Right Away, and like they have like author gear that you can buy and wear at signings.
Okay. And how many signings have you had?
Too many to count.
So we need to count. All right. So we're gonna go backwards on this.
Let's go.
When did you start writing? That's the first question. I had to stop. Or you can share your story as to when you started writing.
I started writing around, I want to say maybe 15, but I really haven't gotten serious until about after high school.
And what was your inspiration? Like, what made you start writing?
Boredom.
Shoot
I'm so
forward.
serious. Boredom, and I was like, well, let me see what I can come up with, and they liked it, so.
You were writing fictions? I don't know. I see three dope books. Ain't nothing fiction about dope. Did you have bad habits?
No.
I just had to ask.
Did you ask her what?
If she had bad habits.
Okay.
It didn't necessarily have to be, you was doing dope. You might have been selling it.
Nah.
You might have been drinking.
Nah, that's not her lifestyle at
Might have
all.
been smoking
Don't corrupt my baby. Don't corrupt my
Might have
baby.
been
Don't put none of
snack.
that in her head.
Might
She's
have been a
probably
snack.
older than me, but nevertheless, don't corrupt my baby.
Might have been a snack junkie.
Nah.
Gotta have Twinkies and cake and
Nah,
cookies and
I'm
ice
not even
cream.
big on snacks. I need
I'm not
the
either.
meat, like, give me the chicken, give me the ribs, give me the ham, give me the meat.
Wait, you're not big on meats?
I'm not big on snacks.
Oh, on snacks. Oh, well,
Give me the real food.
Give me some goat.
do you
Go.
eat goat?
Nah.
What?
That's his favorite. Really?
Goat and lamb? Oh my goodness.
Lamb is good,
hmm
but I never had goat.
Goat's good.
Take your word for it.
Bad.
First of all, that's a sheep.
Sheep, lamb, it's all the same thing.
No, goat's bad too, right?
They all go bad.
This is horrible. This is really horrible. That we don't know what
They all
what
cousins.
sound like.
Just like chimpanzees and monkeys and gorillas and orangutans. They're all cousins.
True.
I'll mess with a gorilla before I mess with an orangutan though. It's big. You know it's going to do something. You have no idea what the strength is of orangutan.
Yeah.
They can strip a car. Yeah. Not dealing. I'm going to go get one.
We're gonna go get
Yeah.
one. That's gonna be your protection. You're gonna be like, security!
I'm going to find out what you drive. You're going to come out, go to work one day, and everything on your car is going to be gone. You're going to have a shell.
Yo, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that, but it was like wide open. That was the first thing I thought was about you yelling security and a big old orangutan just running through the street. Oh Lord. Alright, Mark, you and your funny.
Shenanigans are real today.
Right, we on it today. We definitely might be laughing a whole lot in this in this one. This will be the fastest 2-hour interview of your life, or 2 hours span of your life. I must say there are a couple breaks in between, and it does happen really fast. So thank you for
Before
being
you know it, it'll be time to go.
You're welcome. I'm so excited. So since we have a little bit more time, I'm gonna actually read your bio, and then I'm gonna let you talk about your first. Okay. So Loreal Ballou was born in Washington, D.C., but raised in Maryland. She always had a passion for writing. She always wanted to make a difference with writing. At the tender age of 10, she knew that she was born to write. Her debut album, Brianna White, is impacting lives all over the world. God anointed Loreal with a gift of writing. Without God in her life, she doesn't know how she would have come this far. Look at me making up words. She's writing her next book and maybe more books to come from Loreal in the future. So just a little story. I think you did know that. I used to write like stage plays.
I think so.
And okay, so that could be why, because the story that I'm about to share is from maybe about 10, 11, 12, 13 years ago. It was a while ago. It was right after we got out of high school, though. It was after we got out of high school, and I was in college because I was in Alabama when you asked me this. And she told me that she got in touch with some writers and that she was going to publish her book and that she wanted to know if I would be interested as well. And I don't believe I told you yes. I think I told you no because I'm not an author right now. Else I would have been. I don't.
It's not too late.
Right, it is not too late. We'll come to that question. We're going to talk about that. Let me write that down. Oh, pen works too. I'm going to write that down. But how did you get started? Like, how did you end up writing Brianna White? And how did you, like, what was your initial beginning, I guess? Because Brianna White is your beginning.
I would say, I just thought of it, I guess. Like, I outlined it, and then I was like, oh, let's see how this goes. So I just literally wrote it out, and it came about.
So who would she be? Would she be like a person, like how did you create her character? Was it real life scenarios or?
Not my real life scenario, but I mean, yeah, real life scenarios. And I would just throw in things.
You're like, ooh, this is good. This can fit.
And this can fit. Oh, well, if this happens and that has to happen, made her strong, you know, caring, loving. She's an overcomer.
Okay. Aww. Okay. My producer hasn't came in yet, so I guess we still have a little bit more time. Oh, break?
BigExposedRadio.com. We'll be right back after we pay these bills.
Like the one thing you always gotta remember is people gonna try to project their insecurities onto you. But you can't listen to what them niggas saying. You gotta get out here and do your shit regardless. You gonna do what you love for the rest of your life anyway. So why not turn that shit into something? Give me a man of everything you say. This shit bigger than me, man. Like yeah, I'm good and all that, but you know what I mean? I ain't shit without y'all. What you up and just go hard. Don't matter. Can you imagine how really having nothing is? Stomach growling, you ain't got no food in the fridge. Surviving on a jail diet of water and bread. No father figure, it's cause my father dead. Mom's bringing different niggas in and out the crib. No money, so you seen this less than all your friends. But it a joke because your mother was a crackhead. Older sister hoeing off, giving all the homies head. I could wait for your response, but they love to hear me talk, so I'll just wait for the applause. I always knew that I was great, I got them haters so appalled. I'ma make it out the darkness, and my word is my bond. Delivering these bars while I'm gripping on my balls. Jealous niggas hate to see you succeed, so fuck them all. I'm the master of my destiny, nigga, you not in charge.
Use Tearless Baby Shampoo because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bathwater to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the right seat. That's safercar.gov/the right seat.
A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home walk restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
Finding best potatoes for French fries.
No!
Russet. Fingerling. Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
You're like an internal bleeder.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And we are back once again like we never left. Hey guys! Again, thank you guys for tuning in. We are here with Miss Loreal Ballou.
She's so bubbly. She ain't ever bubbly like this.
Me?
She like a little kid in a candy store.
First of all, okay, honestly, this is the first time I've seen Loreal since
elementary.
You bubbly like this every show. Trust me, I know.
So
I've
I
never
can't be
missed a
bubbly
show
for
she
Loreal
has.
today?
You're always bubbly on the show. She might be a little extra. But she's
Okay.
always.
You said I was
Go do your thing.
extra. That's fine. Okay, so you
I
ready?
like seeing her bubbly.
Yeah.
She ain't. It's not like she's in a bad mood or anything all the time, or she's got a weird, strange, crazy, off the chain personality. She don't. She's a really cool person.
I agree.
How long we been dealing with each other? 4 years? Yep, 4 years.
That's been my man's for 4 years.
4 years.
Wait, that's really my business partner. We just happen to like to feed the homeless together. And the short story is we happen to feed the homeless together, and we decided to feed the homeless.
Took her under my wing because she just did not look happy at Solar City.
I believe
I was
She
not happy
really
at
did.
Solar City at all.
I think it runs in the family though, because people tell me I look mean all the time.
She was like, Mark, I want a radio show. I said, I can make that happen. Now she's
And
like,
look where
radio
we
show.
at.
I'm just a man with a vision. She the boss.
You know, like the.
People
Right.
like, yeah, so-and-so needs to talk to you. Talk to Tiana. She the boss.
Yes, that I am.
She takes care of all the PR.
People tell you you're mean. You look mean in the face. I don't think you're mean.
Well, that's because you know me.
Yeah, this is
If
true.
you didn't know me, you'd probably be like, oh, turn around.
Where did you grow up in Maryland?
Germantown and Gaithersburg. Mainly Germantown.
She could write a book
Cinnamon
about
Woods.
Skylyne.
We'll get there.
we getting ready to get a book. Getting ready to get a book.
Oh, okay.
Playing with your
I'm
hair.
sorry. Playing in my
Get her.
Hair. I was. I'm sorry. It's really soft right now. Okay.
You getting ready to get got.
Right. Okay, you grew up in Gaithersburg. Do you still live there?
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I moved to PG.
I'm gonna move.
You gonna move soon? You gotta move to like College Park.
No.
Where you gonna move to?
Probably out of state somewhere. Maybe. I love you, but I gotta go. Been here all my life.
That's how I feel.
You know, I actually had a thought about moving.
Where?
I don't know where to, but I did think about moving. Like, legitly thought about moving. And then I was just like, I don't know if I really want to move.
She wants to move because I'm moving.
No. That's not why.
I mean, it sounds good. Want to move Chicago, y'all?
Nah.
Why you say it like that?
You see what DC's like? That it's fine because if
DC looks boring. I ain't say that. It's not boring. DC's live. Baltimore's live.
DC is the
Chicago's
most
10 times bigger.
First of all,
and cold.
DC is nowhere near.
It's not cold all the time. Why y'all always think that?
DC is not boring. DC is fun. The nightlife. You can't hear me?
Can now.
I'm not talking. I feel like I'm talking loud. All right. Is that better?
I don't know. I'm not at that.
Can you hear me on the outside?
Can you hear me now?
No,
Good.
but really, I can't believe. I really like DC. DC is not boring. DC is actually very lit, and it's a lot of fun.
It is.
And there's a lot of nightlife, and the creative side of DC is amazing.
Yep.
The musical side of DC is amazing. The model side of DC is amazing. Like, I personally, even though I'm not from there, I personally love being in DC, and I like DC for the connections that I make because most of them are in the entertainment industry. And it's out loud out here. Like, it's not like a whole different, like, a secret, like authors are friends with graphic designers who need something from the lawyer over there. Like, it's just, I love it because I love DC. I need to leave though. I definitely feel like I need to leave. I don't know where else I would go, but I love DC.
Miami.
Not to live. First of all, tornadoes, hurricanes. I think not. That's dead. Woo. Woo. Are you scared of weather? Do you have like bad tendencies when it comes to weather?
Yeah, I don't do tornadoes and all that. Nope, I'm fine.
See? Boom.
They happen here.
Not as much.
It runs in
Not
the
as much. Not as much.
They happen here.
No.
Earthquakes and tornadoes.
That's fine. That's fine.
That's why you live in the downtown area.
Yeah, but no, it's fine. It's cool. I ain't even gotta. I'm A-okay on that.
Atlanta.
A-okay. I would not move to Atlanta because Atlanta is packed out because everyone moves to Atlanta to restart their life.
Wow.
And yes, and their
Charlotte.
traffic is all day long.
Charlotte.
There's no breaks. I would move to Charlotte. I would actually move to
I
Charlotte.
heard Charlotte's lit.
And I have friends down there too, so I feel like if I move, I'll be okay. Like,
I went
can do
there.
it.
I went there for like a day and a half, almost 2-day getaway. She was like, "When did you go there?" Yeah, I had to get away. Even if it was for a day and a half, 2 days, I had to get away. I didn't really do a whole lot, but I definitely want to go back. I'm gonna put that on my to-do list before it gets too
jot it
cold.
down.
That means I need to.
All right, guys, and just like I thought, we made it again right next to this break because we got to pay some bills. And we'll be back after these few messages on BeExposedRadio.com.
Skylyne.
I definitely put it.
Hey, there's my son. You've been in your room all morning.
Hey, Dad.
Matt, what's wrong with your voice?
There is nothing wrong with my voice.
Oh, well, it's just sort of.
I have been playing my video games and electronic games for so many hours.
Uh-huh. Well, it sounds like it might be time for you to take a break, or...
Hello, Dad.
Susan?
I have been watching TV and text messaging all morning. Yay, electronics. Yay, yay, yay.
Guys, I think it's about time to get in the car and take a little trip. Maybe see some trees, some green things.
What are the 3 things you become?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Get out to the forest and discover the wonders of nature with your family, just like Blue, Jewel, and the whole Rio flock.
Let the kids connect to their roots. It's gonna be so much fun. Yeah! Woo-hoo!
Let's rock this jungle.
Woo!
Fresh air.
What a glorious morning!
Clean water.
Woohoo! This is great!
And endless surprises.
Yo, this is untapped territory.
How amazing!
Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
So when you get to the corner of Smith and Orchard, you're going to want to take a left.
You are not going to.
Then what you're going to
believe
do is turn onto
Marcy
Marcy
and Brad
Avenue.
just broke up,
and go past
and
the first
apparently
3
she's
lights,
happy
and then
about
take
it.
the next left.
I don't really
then drive
think
5
she's
more
happy,
blocks,
but
and you should be
who
there.
am I to judge, right?
Park on the
Anyway,
right.
That's
I'll
what
see
I
you
heard
later
last
tonight.
night.
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat, and apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable, but how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
The phone, the radio show.
Oh! And we are... Okay, we're back. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's happening on the other side. We're back again. So you have 3 books that you've written here. How many more books do you have on Amazon?
All in all, I have 8. The 9th one is coming next week, so be on the lookout for that. It's entitled Triple Threat. This will be on my full-length novel. A full-length novel.
What's
part 2.
What's the difference between
a short story and a full novel?
Let's go. Yes.
Short story is, like 100 pages or less, and then a full length is like 200 or more.
You've literally been writing 200 pages.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed. Like, that's a lot.
Thank you. It is. And then everything goes by word count, so it just depends. Everything has to be a certain word count. So a short story has to be 20,000 words. And then a full length has to be like 40,000 or more.
Ours is going to be like 100,000.
I'll be on the lookout.
You're writing our book.
Excuse me?
Yeah, you're writing our book.
No, why would I do that?
What do you mean? Why do you?
Y'all know y'all work more than me, so you're telling the story twice. Because you have to tell me the story, then I have to type it out.
Well, you can be our memoir person.
Yeah.
And you can make the story more fascinating.
Sure.
We're already fascinating. Oh.
I mean, I said more fascinating. She's a writer. She has 8 books. That means she writes fascinating books. I actually know for a fact that one of her books.
You ever made the bestsellers list?
Always,
yes.
Yes.
That's what I was getting
always.
at.
Word.
That's where I was going. I just couldn't remember. I was like, they have awards.
Not yet. I wish. Not yet. It's getting there. Yeah. Kinda, sorta. Kinda, sorta. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Author doing big things, y'all.
Trying.
Get these dope
So
books.
far this year, I've been to Atlanta, Dallas, and
Chi-town. Chicago.
No,
You going?
I don't know.
I'll go with you.
Okay.
It's gonna be your hedge of protection.
Hook you up with a round trip airfare.
Bet.
$250.
Gotcha.
Let's get it. Tiana will go
You
too.
gonna come?
She ain't gonna have
To
a choice.
Chicago? Yeah, I'll go with you, boo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I asked you a question. I kind of don't remember what I asked now. Okay, so let me go back. You were telling us the difference between a short story and a full-length novel. You said that this ninth book is your first full-length novel. Second full-length novel.
Yes.
Okay, and it was a part 2?
It is a part 2.
It is a part 2.
So it's part 1, which is coming out next week, and then a part 2 coming out maybe in December. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that.
So how do you know when books are coming out? Like, do you just put a date on it? Like, what's the timeline? Like, can we go through the process?
Well, sorry. Well, at first I was self-published, so I was doing everything on my own. And now that I'm signed with a company, Freedom Publishing, shout out to you. Now that I'm signed with a company, everything goes through the publisher. So when I was self-published, I would do the covers, buy the covers, pay for the editing, pay for all of that. And now that I'm with a publisher, she does all of that.
Okay.
So basically the process is you write your book. After you write it, you go through editing. You go through editing maybe like once or twice, to make sure everything is read through and corrected. You format it, you upload it on ebooks and Amazon and any ebook that you want to have it on, you upload it on there, and then you upload the paperback as well, which is these. Then you order them, you figure out what signings you want to go to as far as like different states and everything, pay for everything to go, you go and you sell your books. And you keep all of that money.
Keep all that. Now that's what I'm talking about.
That's a lot.
It is.
But you do it.
Yeah. Effortlessly. I make it look easy, but it's not as easy.
So the timelines actually come from your publishing team?
Yes.
They ask you what you want to do and you tell them. And
yeah. Well, right now she told me to just make sure like don't rush it, but I like to kind of like get things going, so I'll give myself a deadline, and I'll try to finish by that deadline to give it to her, so the book can be, processed and everything can go more smoothly.
Okay. And how long have you been with Freedom Publishing?
I just got signed in August, July, so not that long. But it's a 3-book deal. Every contract is different. So some contracts you have 6. You have to do 6 books. Others you have to do 3 or more. So this contract is only 3 books. But backstory. Back in 2013, I was supposed to be with a publisher. It didn't work, so I went self-publishing. Tried to go with another publisher. Didn't work. Got discouraged, so I self-published The Boy Next Door. And then after that, I went with who I'm currently with.
With Freedom. Because I know you've been pumping out books, so.
Yeah, man, I try.
So that's why I had to ask.
You want to stay relevant. So.
Yeah. So that's good. And with Freedom Publishing, where are they located?
Literary Freedom Publishing. Arkansas, I believe.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Tired?
Yeah. I'm getting sleepy. I had a long day today. Long, boring day. But, okay, so how was it when you got discouraged? Or, okay, let's start before that. So you said that you said you were self-publishing, then you tried to go with a company and it didn't work and you were self-published. So this is 3rd time's the charm, right? Second time's the charm. Okay, so with the first company, What caused you to become discouraged?
How everything happened as far as the publishing. So they published one book, and then I gave them about maybe 3 or 4 books. First book I gave them, they was like, okay, we'll publish it. So then the second book came, and they said it was too Christian, which I write Christian fiction. So I'm just like, okay, I'm not going to change my audience because you want me to write urban, which I don't write urban.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, I got discouraged, and I was just like, I'm going to give up. Like, what's the point? I felt like, what was the point of me keep writing? No one's buying my books. I don't even, no one really knows me. But I had got that courage back and started writing. I started pushing out books.
You want to ask a question, Mark?
I got a question.
Oh, yeah.
What's the difference between? I know you said your publishing company's out of Arkansas, and I don't know if there's too many urban places in Arkansas, but what's the difference? Did they give you an explanation why they didn't want to do like Christian novels compared to urban novels?
Well, they have an urban fan base. And so they said my stuff was too Christian. It had to be more urban in order for their fan base.
So they rather be more stereotyped.
Yeah.
Okay. But looking at your books, and I haven't read any of them yet, and I will read them. But looking at your books, they seem to have an urban emphasis, even though they're Christian.
Right.
So that really doesn't make any sense to me.
Any sense at all?
Yeah, I don't know what they mean by urban, but I mean by the covers, they're black,
Yeah.
So,
well, more than likely, most they mean, when they say urban, they mean city black ghetto type fiction.
Yeah.
But if you look at urban, looking at back, the original book, The Outsiders, was considered urban. The original book, Shaft, urban. And those were all like, now pretty much The Outsiders, they actually is one of the big books that you have to read in school. And even The Warriors, which was a movie, was an urban book. And I just wanted to know exactly,
where were they coming from?
Yeah, where were they coming from?
That's a good question. They just told me that my stuff was too Christian, and like, okay, so I guess we won't be working together. I'm not going to change my audience for you to satisfy you. If I were to write urban and I want to come back to Christian, it's not going to look right. So they're going to be like, you don't write this. This is not you.
Yeah. I understand. But I mean, even if you wrote an urban book, per se, you can still go back to a Christian base, because your urban book doesn't have to be like everybody else's urban book.
Exactly.
So would you consider your books being urban, like urban Christian, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I see what he's saying about the covers. The covers are different. But that's what attracts you to the book, because that's what attracts me to the books. Like every time I see a cover, it's like, ooh, I wonder what this one's about.
And that's what you know. That's what you want to do. You want to attract the people.
Have you?
Readers, I should say.
Well, I was going to ask, have you ever encountered a discouraging moment, which you just spoke about that? How did you end up getting the courage back? Like, what clicked to you to bring the courage and to start writing again?
Well, it's a passion. So if you have a passion, it's never going to leave you. It's a passion, and it's a gift. It's just like you saying that you can sing, and you're like, oh, I don't want to sing anymore. But you're always thinking about singing, you know, it's never going to leave. So even if I wanted to stop writing, and then you have not random people, but if, you know, people know I write, so they'll be like, oh, when's another book coming out? What am I gonna say? Oh,
I don't write anymore.
So
they're gonna be like, what?
Yeah.
And then you have to go through the heartbreak of not being a writer in the moment. So they're encouraging you to write. So you just like, all right, I'm gonna get back to it.
How often do you do book signings?
I try to do it whenever I can. I try to do at least 3 a year, 2 to 3 a year.
We about to change that.
It's expensive.
We about to change that.
We
know people.
Okay.
I'm about to change that.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what's about to happen, but I put it all in Mark's and he got me a radio show, so so I have a lot of faith in him. You definitely have a lot of faith in him.
I'll be waiting. Just let me know.
How much your books cost?
$10, and then most of the paperbacks are 10. If you buy them from me, they're 10. But like if you go on Amazon, their ebooks are like maybe $2.99, $3.99.
I'll be going through her.
Yes, support.
Help a sister out.
Please.
Yes, real support.
And it's more personal anyway. If you were to buy it, you know, you would have to wait for me to try to sign it and if you get it from me, then I can just go ahead and sign it.
You're not keeping the book tonight.
Yeah, you're not
this
keeping
time.
it tonight. This time. I need it for
Put that back on the shelf.
She has a.
I have
Would
a
you
signing.
actually like to talk about the book signing that's coming up?
So it's in West Virginia, Charleston to be exact, October 4th and 5th at the Civic Center Convention. I will be there. I forgot the times, but I think it's 12 to 5, maybe.
When is this?
October 4th and 5th.
Oh, okay.
So I'll be there signing books along with a lot of other authors. I really don't know who they are, but you know.
You know what club she's a member of?
Who, me?
Her.
What? What club?
What club?
The club that we host events for. Today's Career Women.
Oh, Today's Career Woman. Yeah, that's why I brought her on the show. She's making a career out of passion. See,
Yeah,
okay,
that's what
so
you have to do.
Oh, we're about to go on break, and I don't want to go on break because I want to actually talk about the passion, the writing the passion, and like what makes the passion works and all of that. You know, we about to have a really good conversation when it comes to that. I know you all did not just hear what I just said. I'm sorry. I was just talking about what's about to happen because we're almost close to break time again. Would you like to share your social media information with everybody?
So my author page on Facebook is Loreal Ballou. Instagram, I believe it's _Loreal B. And Snapchat is Fatima, FAHTEMA. And Twitter is Loreal _2 blessed.
Yes, you got all of them. That's a lot. That's a lot. I stick to Twitter and Facebook. I mean Instagram and Facebook. And honestly, I don't even want to be on Facebook anymore. I'm just now addicted to retweeting stuff or reposting. I am the repost queen, let me tell you. I will repost that so quickly.
I didn't get your message. You was reposting, that's why.
Whatever. You the I don't get your
whatever.
message master of all masters.
Nuh-uh.
On this, I
get
didn't
all
your
messages.
message. All right, guys, and we have made it to another break. Again, this is the fastest 2 hours of your life. For those who are just tuning in, we are here with Loreal Ballou. I said Ballou. Definitely did say Ballou. And we have a couple bills that we have to pay. So in the midst of us paying the bills, make sure you all are tuning in and watching commercials for us, and we'll be right back on BeExposedRadio.com.
You're now listening to BeExposedRadio.com. Check out this fire flashback.
We need to relearn what it is to be these bosses and how we conduct ourselves as business. business-minded individuals and just people in general. Really, I let my gut, and if I call it gut or God or whatever, I'm led by that energy. I know where it comes from. I know where it's, taking me, and you have to figure out what is important to you, and don't play this game. It's a game that we've learned to play, this chess game, and life is not a chess game. Life is real, bones, flesh, blood, decisions.
Make sure you check out the Artist Exchange Show every Monday and Friday at 2 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
First they love you, then desert you. Leave with a plate full with no spoon. Ain't no space, I can't escape negativity. I got used to the taste. I've been bad, burned, then fucked over. But remain strong through the past over. Kicking haters out of the way like mast over. Roll up, sip something, let it pass over. Who would I be? It ain't the man to me to let the next man take advantage of me. When that storm come, no pan I see. Get with it, not without it, then you'll see. I peep the haters, they know I'm greater. That's why they buzzing for the elevator. But I can't save you, the weed too loud on the pedal stool. Don't carry favors, always got your hand out demanding favors. When I just looked out, now you need more paper. I can't breathe, give me 3 feet. I never let y'all be the death of me. When my patients run that, yeah, nigga OT, cause they wanna see me down like I'm NCT. 6 words, get the fuck away from me. Say I help you out if you can help yourself. I keep the G till I DIE. Now excuse me while I get back to PC. HOP ain't used to sleep while your third eye always on me. I'm stacking green just to feed the team. My boo, she know that I'm king with chasing my dream. These niggas it seems I rip them, trash them, then put on new jeans. Man, see the problem is, man, I keep it 100, man. Yeah, man, like if I got it, then you got it. Yeah, man, but if I don't got it, then I'ma give it. You feel me? But I definitely got you through the ride, man. Let's get it, yo.
I'm really getting tired of ungrateful ass niggas. They really about to turn me to a hateful ass nigga. Like I was never there when you never had figures. Pull triggers for you niggas when you caught up in the trenches. Man, I really don't get it. I don't know what's going on, but I really don't feel it. Niggas really know that I've been there from the beginning. But the more I see niggas side switching, make me wanna bring it closer to the end. And that's why I can't fuck around with these niggas. I'll fuck around with my hoes. Cause niggas acting like bitches and hoes acting like bros. Man, I swear I really don't get it. How people switch up they roles. First it was nothing but love, but nowadays I don't know. It seems like anything goes. Where can I go? Cause lately fucking with you, I just stand at a fork in the road. It's hurting my soul. When I'm around you, I shouldn't feel like I just stay on my toes. So where do we go from here? Get dough from here? Or are we gonna end it on the road right here? Cause either way, whether it's left or the right on my poverty, niggas gon' blow around here. Fuck cities up while we do shows around here. Keep our music bumping while we blow Joe around here. Don't be looking salty if you're not going nowhere. Should've kept it with the move instead of moving over there. Cause I'm getting to the point where I just don't care. Know you're thinking to yourself that it's just not fair. But you made your choice and I won't be taught. Just know ain't no fucking coming back around here. And we shining and grinding. You mad that you ain't at the top when you see what we climbing. Our music is timeless. I thought you would witness the vision, but it's obvious that you blinded. I thought we was brothers. I thought we was fam. But it's plain to see that you don't give a damn. Everything cool when we out selling grams, but now it's a problem. A mic in my hand, man. Dang.
I feel you, my nigga. See, niggas
crazy,
be
sure.
seeing just one way of life when there's billions of possibilities that happen on a day-to-day basis. Don't judge us cause you ain't where you supposed to be at in life. Instead of envy or try and bring niggas to your level, strive for better.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree
It's huge!
is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Listen to this flashback of Skylyne radio show.
So where we at? Where we talk about the effects and what's going on in these schools.
Yeah.
And what people don't understand. Just real briefly, I just want to talk a little bit about what people say bullying is or is not. So bullying comes in many forms. It's a teasing, it's the cyberbullying, it's the texting, it's the phone calls, it's the posting of pictures and people's personal information to pretty much cause them harm, to have them feel insecure. It's the sex assaults that people actually put out there. There are physical assaults, and there are mental assaults and emotional assaults. And what I like to remind individuals that any aggressive behavior towards anyone that is unwanted and unwarranted in an individual asks you to stop. Let's stop there. Stop.
And they should be respecting that.
Respecting that and respecting yourself, because when you're able to respect another person, you're able to respect yourself. Right. And the way that you're able to show that respect is that you know that you have a gift and you know you're uniquely made and that you matter, and then you also acknowledge that the next person beside you matters as well.
Right, right.
You know, and we lose that sometimes. Bullying is a behavior that underestimates the lives and legacy of you. I'm sure when they was bullying me, and I'm sure when they was bullying you, they didn't understand who you're going to become later on. I didn't know.
Right, because I'm popping. I can't. All right, let me tell you, all those people who felt like they wanted to say whatever to me, look at me now. It's like, no, y'all don't understand, but I've been through some things, okay?
And you know what? No. I applaud you and I salute you, because a lot of times we do not take the time to say, I'm okay and I'm okay with me and there's nothing wrong with me and I'm amazing and I'm blessed and I'm strong and I matter.
Join us every Wednesday at 7 p.m. for Skylyne Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And we're back. Thank you for tuning in to Skylyne Radio Show. I'm your host, Mark.
My name is T the Busy Bee.
And we're here with
Loreal, Ballou. Hey! She's an author, guys. She's born and raised in Maryland.
Gang.
Born in D.C., raised in Maryland. Yes. And she's an author. She has written 8 books. She is currently working on publishing her 9th. Yep. She has 7 short stories and 2 full lengths. Ooh, I'm lit.
She's working on a full
and she has a bestsellers award. What year of bestsellers? Are there years to the bestsellers?
I mean, it depends.
Okay.
It's not years, but it goes. If you're going on Amazon, it's based off of hours. So, like, 7 o'clock you can be number 1. 8 you can be number 3. So it just depends on your ratings and stuff like that.
How many times have you gotten number 1 bestseller?
I don't think I have, but I was on the list. That's all that matters.
Nah, it's lit.
So
you made it to the list. That is what matters. Has there been any other accomplishments that you had during your journey as an author?
I would say getting them actually in paperbacks. Like, it's been a long journey for that. So that's a big accomplishment, to actually have something that you wrote in your hand physically and you can actually,
give it to someone.
Yeah.
That was like that extra proud moment. It's like, oh, I'm so proud of you.
Yes.
Gosh. Whew. Okay, so you want to ask the question?
I mean, I be trying to get some words in there.
What's up? I'm gonna
She
stop
be
asking.
taking
I'm
over
gonna
the
stop
show
talking.
sometimes. She a bully.
I'm not a bully.
She a radio show bully.
I'm little.
Outside of writing, what other passions do you have?
I want to help the youth, like young girls, as far as like finding their purpose, because I feel like it's a whole lot of talent out here, but they don't know what to do with it.
Talent as far as what?
As far as singing, dancing, writing, whatever you have a passion for.
You need to handle that.
She's my cousin.
Skylyne Models.
We need to get to it. Mentorship?
Why not?
Do it. Why not? We can add that to the list. Mentorship. You know, actually what's very crazy about this is that I actually have been thinking about getting back into mentoring. Did you have a question?
No, go ahead.
I thought about getting back into mentoring. Have you ever done it before? I know I've done it in college. But the style of mentoring I did in college, just know that the ones who really like listen to me, they love me to death. Like we still talk till this day. No, like yeah, but after a while I just gave up, and it wasn't even mentoring. I just kind of like just took people under my wing sometimes, you know, just cause. But it was one time I was just like, you know what, this is the end of it. I can take a break. I'm not about to do this anymore. Because this is just too much, you know? Too much.
As an author, have you ever had a photo shoot?
No.
So you've never had a photographer take photos of your work? Oh, we can fix that too.
Let's do it. All right. So the thing is about Skylyne is that we have a lot of resources, and the reason why we bring people on this show is because by the time you end, you leave, you end with a new network. Between whoever we know, you're introduced to them like it's like a guest family. Like here you go, now you're a guest. So that works, and it also. It really helps, you know. You never know what you're gonna run into or who you're gonna run into when you're here. Right. So as you see, you're about to receive a card for a photo shoot, so that you can have your books and yourself photographed as well. Yes, to the we there, boo, we there.
That's what we do. We stay busy.
We do. We do mentorship. We do Skylyne models, not yet, because this is something that we can definitely look into and get into, and it's not really that hard. It depends on who you like team up with. Like, we had so many other people on the show. Like during the break, the person who you heard on the show, her name is Shanetta. She's actually one of our partners with Skylyne, and she has her own bullying nonprofit organization,
and suicide prevention,
and suicide prevention nonprofit organization. And I know she does mentorship, so it's like it's all about finding the passion, finding the right people, and then boom, there you go. We're gonna be on our way. Yes, definitely. What have you? Okay.
Add that with your receipts.
Got you. What has been a great moment for you to remember that you remembered from a book signing? Like, what has been the most ultimate moment? First, what has been the ultimate moment from a book signing? And then the second question is, what has been the ultimate moment in your journey where you was just like, oh my God, I made it?
Book signing. When people actually, like, know you. Like, for example, I was in Atlanta, and someone comes up, you're Loreal? And I'm like, yeah, like,
who are you?
And they're like, oh, I'm such and such. I have you on, what she say, Instagram. And I'm like, you know how many people I have on Instagram? So she told me who she was. I looked up, I was like, oh, okay. So that would be like a big moment.
The moments when people know you and you don't know them.
You know me. It happens a lot.
Oh.
And I would say, when I knew I made it, I would say when my first book came out.
Yes.
That was like the struggle. Like at the time, I just like the lady who I was supposed to go with, my publisher, back in 2013, basically told me I couldn't write. I needed a ghostwriter. No one will ever read my books. No one will ever think that the story isn't about me. She believed the story was about me. I wouldn't get any reviews or anything like that. So I'm like, dang, like I'm not about to write. But I ended up publishing it. At the time I was working a job. I did maybe 6 hours a week, so you know that was really nothing. So I was able to self-publish a book. Like I was like, yeah, I can do this. So
she makes me proud, y'all. But really, okay, I asked that question because I actually encountered that. I do hair, of course, because you know I do everything in the world. I just can't sit still because I'm the busy bee. But I actually had a person who does a hairstylist who I like legitimately like looked up to as like like doing hair and everything, because I've been doing hair since I was 13. And I worked for her for 3 days. That was the worst idea ever, because after that she thought she could say whatever she wanted to me. And she told me that I couldn't do hair and like I sucked and I needed to go to actual class to learn how to do everything. And like, you pay attention to my Instagram, you see my hair highlights, you see the work. So it was just like, it was very discouraging. It discouraged me enough to not go to her to do my hair anymore. I found a new hairstylist. Shouts out to Jelly. Hi Jelly, I hope you're tuning in. And it not only did that, but like, what do you say to writers who actually receive that kind of feedback? Like, what do you tell them?
I would just say, just keep going, never stop writing. It's always ways to learn. You can always improve. Everyone had to start from somewhere. And these best-selling authors that you see now, they had to start from somewhere. They weren't always the best writer. You just gotta keep writing and never give up.
Keep writing and never give up. You need to write that on a shirt.
Gotcha.
Definitely on a shirt. It has to be in cursive, like keep writing and never give up, with your name at the bottom.
Gotcha.
Like, you know how Rosa Parks got the shirt that says nah. But yes,
gosh,
Black authors matter.
Yes.
Okay, let me stop. I gotta get control of myself. I can't be acting a fool on set. Woo, but that definitely that definitely was a good moment. Definitely a good moment. Oh, okay. How do you find your way? I know you said that you wanted to work with youth. What was your way of giving back to the youth? Or what was your vision for it?
Probably like some mentorship. I just don't know how yet, but probably something like that.
Has your book ever been used for a book club, or have you ever thought about doing a book club?
I've thought about it, but they are in the libraries. But I don't think they're in book clubs yet.
Okay. I was asking because in my mind I could vision you like having a book club for like younger adults or young adults. We're young, so, but we're not young adults. But you know what I'm trying to say. For them. Like, I visioned you having like a book club for them, and because your books are urban Christian, I'm just going to throw urban in there too, because they're urban Christian. They're urban Christian. It gives a different kind of swing to it. So for like, they can read it and they can actually learn from the books. Like, have you ever received any feedback of someone like saying like, this book helped me during this journey, or like your reviews?
Yeah, my reviews. Like, my reviews say like, oh, well, it made me read the Bible again, or, you know, it made me cry. Those are the ones that get me. It made me cry, and this was so good. So,
do you get personal like DMs from people outside of what's like put on Amazon?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I can expect it. Like, girl.
Yeah.
Do you ever do poetry?
I do. I've done it like once, but I write it.
That used to be my thing. That's. It makes more sense. It could possibly be more of the poetry, because I used to write a lot of poetry when I was in high school.
I never wrote a lot, but I can write poetry if I want to.
Are you a fan of poetry?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
You do open mic?
I go to them.
Ooh, I have a good question for you. You probably, it's okay, I'm going to ask the question anyway. Have you ever done any monologues?
No.
Have you ever thought, like, you write shorts, do you know how bomb your monologues would be because you write short stories?
Never thought of that, to be honest.
All right, I'm gonna just go on and throw that over there in your book of the things to do. Put monologues on it, and I'm saying monologues because a good way for exposure is going to open mics. You can go to open mics like as an author, but you can go like spit the monologue and then tell them about your books, and then boom, you have a new audience. I do things like that. It just come to my mind. Oh my goodness. That's why I like working with Skylyne, because Skylyne really taught me like the sky is really like the sky's the limit.
There is
like,
no
you can
limit.
There really is no limit. But the things that you can do and how you can like just change someone's dynamic or try to help someone just by giving them like that tad bit of advice, and like things change. And it's like, hold up, she did it. Like, look, watch. I'm gonna give you about a year or two. You're gonna be out there doing monologues, and you're gonna be telling people about your story, and you're gonna tell people about your books, and then you're gonna have a new audience. I'm just gonna give it all to you. You know, I just spoke that into your life because that is what's gonna happen. That's really what I believe is gonna happen for you. I don't know where that came from, but I can definitely see you doing that. Oof. I'm running out of questions. We're about to start
If you
talking
weren't a
about
writer,
football.
what would you be?
That's a good question.
What are 3 things you might be if you weren't a writer? If you weren't an author or it didn't work out, what are 3 things you would possibly be doing?
I'll probably be a teacher, a mentor, or like a youth leader.
I think she likes her. Do you work full time? Must I ask? But you like your time, don't you?
Yeah.
I can tell. There's certain things that you're saying, I can tell that you. That was my fault. That you like your time, and that's actually good. Houston, we have a problem. Mark, take over for the minute.
Uh-oh.
It's fine.
I got time.
Oh, you don't have a problem.
I don't have time.
I fixed the problem, guys.
And she gonna take the show back.
You got the show. What's up? You got all the time in the world. What's up?
I had a question, but I lost it. With writing, what are some regrets you might have for not doing a certain event?
Or certain things. Like, where was your, oh man, I should have been there moment? Or I should have done that moment.
When I first had when my first paperback came out, I didn't go to as many events as I should have. As far as like, meeting people, it's not all about money, but it's about who you connect with. You never know who's reading your work. You never know who you can touch. You know what I mean? So those moments are special.
Do you have any posters, like when you go to book signings, do you have posters of your book?
I have a banner.
Yeah, banner.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a banner and I have a tablecloth.
I got some work to do this weekend with a bookstore, a lounge, and a library.
Well, let me know.
Oh, I got you.
Please.
We're here for exposure, baby. You being exposed on Be Exposed Radio. I'm not about to go on break. But I felt like it fit the moment. Like, you being exposed, exposure. That's why I love this show.
If you're free, please come out Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
For today's Career Women events, because you have no idea who you're gonna meet.
Right.
And you might meet other authors.
Mm-hmm.
But you're definitely gonna meet some people that you definitely want in your circle. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You support those that support you.
Yep.
And I'm a huge fan of that motto.
Mm-hmm.
I got my work cut out for me, yo. I've already got a packed schedule for this weekend, and it's every third weekend of the month.
Oh, it's Feed the Homeless weekend.
So you know what I'm doing tomorrow? And I gotta call. Shout out to my man, my brother from the Shy. Shout out to you, Shorty.
Shorty coming this weekend?
I think I'm gonna get him.
Hey, it's lit! Yay!
You're not gonna be there Saturday, so it won't be no
That's
fun.
fine. That's fine. Saturday
It's
goes
always
just
a
as
party wherever
smooth.
Shorty's at. You just have no idea.
Yes. So this weekend, for those guys who are tuning in, if you all do not know, this weekend is Feed the Homeless weekend. We feed them in D.C. on the 21st. I had to figure out what day it was.
1302 K Street Northwest. We're right across the street from Park at
14th.
Park at 14th, and right across the street from the Washington Post building.
From 11:30 to 2:30. And on Sunday, the 22nd,
407 East Saratoga Street, right across the street from Charm, Baltimore, and right across the street from Ida B's Table.
yes, from 1 to 4. So,
When the farmer's market moves out, we move in.
yes, and if anyone would like to donate to Skylyne Foundation, make sure you reach out to Tiana or Mark, and we'll be able to set up something for you guys.
Donations, donations, donations. We need donations of everything for school supplies. Ladies and gentlemen, the kids are back in school, as we all know, because there's buses everywhere. We need school supplies, y'all. I've gotten 3 phone calls this week from 3 different teachers saying that they have XYZ going on within their school because of homeless and less fortunate kids that just don't have it. So we need your help. We need them donations.
Yes. And make sure you guys follow Loreal, because we about to get you out the way too while we sitting out here doing this, right? Make sure you guys follow Loreal on Instagram at _Loreal, LOREALB. Got you. And also make sure you go on Amazon to order her books.
Regret. What other ones? Brianna White, Fear Not, God's Man, Addicted, Something Out of Nothing, Running Back to Love, The Boy Next Door, Brianna White. Am I missing one?
Royalty.
You said regret.
Running Back to Love.
Royalty?
No.
You didn't say royalty. That's not the name of it.
The name of it is Running Back to Love.
Oh.
Okay.
It
feel
does
like
say
I'm missing
royalty
one.
on the back. Oh, all right.
You mentioned
It
one
says
twice.
royalty on the back.
I missed
You did. You mentioned Brianna White twice. Make sure you all get her books on Instagram. Do you have a website?
I do not.
All right, we're going
We
to
can
work on
fix
a
that,
website too. But make sure you guys get her books on Instagram, and we'll be back after these short messages on Be Exposed Radio.
.com. Skylyne.
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement. Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know they're probably just a little bit nervous. You can find it in yourself to take that first step.
You can improve your future. You can do this. I know you can.
You need to start pushing yourself.
Now get your game face on and take the first step towards a better life. Hurry up. Don't make me repeat myself.
Whatever level of motivation you need to get your GED diploma, we've got a pep talk that's right for you. Call 1-877-38-YOUR-GED or visit yourged.org for your pep talk and find free GED classes in your area. GED is a registered trademark of the American Council on Education. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com. I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out.
Exactly.
Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature. And I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do. And I think that that's a big problem that people face now, like you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular. It's getting that person money. It's getting that person applause. Oh, I want applause.
Right.
I want money. Let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like I was thinking earlier today, I've been woke for almost 2 days, so so you get honesty, yes. And I was thinking, like, you know,
The Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Whatever happened to the times when we cared for one another? We shared the same respect. What is happening? We're trading what's important for shiny things. I can't allow this blasphemy. It's blasphemy. Why would you treat yourself like that? We didn't come this far just to fall right back. Don't lose yourself, stay on track. Baby, you're a god. Baby, you're a god. Believe that. Full of the things that we've overcome. Full of unspoken battles we've won. You're so much better than that. Sometimes the truth ain't always catchy as rap. Stop chasing cheese or you'll get stuck in a trap. Go get your crown and never render it back. No, it's blasphemy. Why would you treat yourself like that? Stop all that blasphemy. We didn't come this far just to fall right back. Baby, you're a god. You're a god. You're a god. You're a god. Baby, you're a god. You're a god. Baby, you're a god. Believe that. You're way too gifted to stop and listen. It's condescending, not to mention all of our ignorance.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And we're back.
We are.
And you just missed a good laugh on that one, boy. Tiana done fell out of her seat.
Yes, man. Let me tell y'all, Mark is hilarious. Hot mess. He's been cutting up this whole time, talking about me, but nope, it's not
Talking
me.
about other people. Especially the bright ones.
Oh my God.
I need a drink. Maybe that'll calm me down.
I think that's gonna work backwards, you know. I do believe
I'm going
that
home,
will
going to
work
sleep
backwards.
tonight because I got a very long rest of the week. Tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday Night Football, yo. What's up? Bear down. We played a burgundy and gold Monday night, y'all.
I hope we win.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, man. First of all, so
Who's your quarterback?
I don't even care about the quarterback. Let me tell you about my
Khalil
sentiments
Mack
of my
is about
team.
to have a field day.
But can we have? I just want to give some sentiments about my team. Okay.
Y'all did good when y'all had Joe Gibbs,
So about my sentiments about
Santana
my team.
Moss, and Sean Taylor.
So my sentiments is, you know, I really do feel some kind of way that they kind of set us up like this. I feel like last year the whole NFL gained up on us and like I don't want to hear it, just let me talk.
I was trying to give y'all some good advice.
Oh, get rid of the owner, da-da-da-da. But we already went that far. We talked about that before.
Eli Manning's looking for a job.
He needs to go. He needs to
He
go
got
home and
benched.
retire.
Nah, he's got one more championship in him. I got faith in the young guy.
He needs to retire.
Ain't he like
He's
40?
old. Yes, he ain't young. He about to.
You know who they tried to say was gonna make a comeback?
You.
Brett Favre.
Yeah.
Ain't he like 80?
I don't know.
He denied all the allegations. He denied all that. He was like, "What do I look like pushing 50 in 3 weeks playing football? My body will fall apart." I'm glad you have that attitude. Yeah, stay retired.
Right. I need him to stay retired. We need to retire our owner anyways. But I really feel like last year the NFL really teamed up against us. And they were like, oh no, the Redskins not going to take this championship. So they busted all of our whole our whole offense team.
Correct.
So now I feel like this year, nope, you just gotta let me talk.
Go ahead.
It's my opinion, you gotta let me talk. So I feel like this year they were like, oh well, since we're gonna hold them down, we're gonna already predict that the Redskins is gonna have the worst record. Not only that, we're gonna give them all the teams that are usually at the end of their season. We're gonna give them to them at the beginning of the season so they can take all these L's, and they won't make it to playoffs. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I don't want to hear it. Here we go.
Correction. Eli is 38. Brett Favre is 49.
Be 50 in like 3 weeks.
So what? Anyway. As far as your beloved Washington Redskins is concerned, you have to realize that they're just like the AFC East, one of the toughest divisions there is. You got to play the Cowboys. You're playing the Eagles. And you're playing the Giants, correct?
The Giants aren't, they're part, but
they're like a JV team
that has
right now.
always been a tough division.
It has.
Always. So it's a crapshoot. You know what I'm saying? One year y'all could be on top for like at least 7 weeks out of the season, and then boom. I mean, it's a crapshoot. It can happen to any team. It can happen to any team. So
that's why we don't like the Cowgirls.
Well, you know
Listen,
what?
don't be disrespectful.
Don't be
I
disrespectful.
don't know. Dak looking kind of good this year.
They are, and I don't want to.
And now
That's
Jerry.
not the
ain't played nobody.
No.
Now Jerry Jones signed that contract with Ezekiel Elliott. So they're doing all right.
Isn't Ezekiel Elliott signed for like some years now?
He should be.
Okay.
After that sit out, he should be. Yeah.
Right.
So
you have faith in your team?
Always. Come on now.
And I don't even like
Did
the
you hear
Cowboys.
the aggression? Always. Like, ooh.
Well, you should always have faith in your team.
Ooh, I gotta go find me
You
a
need
second
someone on your
team.
team that's got bad habits.
Y'all ain't
won
Michael
a
Irvin.
championship since Michael Irvin.
Yeah, and he had bad habits.
A lot of bad habits.
What's his bad habits?
Oh.
Michael Irvin stayed high.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's why he didn't feel those hits.
That makes sense.
He would coke it up.
Before it came. Be like, we'll go out there. Okay.
He wasn't like Joe Theismann
No
and
more
my man Alex
impersonations,
Smith.
man.
Right.
No more
Didn't get their legs
impersonations.
broken. Couldn't get his legs broken. He was too damn
Man.
fast off of coke.
Michael Irvin was awesome though.
He was.
He even though that he's not your team, he was just fascinating to watch. Emmitt Smith too.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a fan of either one of them. Walter Payton all day is the greatest.
But I think at that time, the Cowboys were exciting to watch, even though they weren't my team. And I'm not saying I hate the Cowboys or anything like that.
I hate the Cowboys.
But,
a lot of rivalry between the Cowboys and the Bears.
Of course, you and Green Bay, you and the Cowboys, you and the Vikings, you and every damn body.
Our animosity started, I believe, when Mike Dicker left us to go play with Dallas. I think that's when the rivalry actually started.
Did he leave or did they release him?
Either or, he wasn't with us no more.
Well, you have to also look at the establishment.
I'm not
too.
trying to hear that.
Yeah, you're not trying to hear anything.
Because you're talking about my team.
Yeah. Even though they weren't the first NFL team in the league.
I didn't say they were.
Who has that? Who has that?
You're about to tell us.
Who has that?
I don't know.
The Cardinals.
Chicago Cardinals.
They went from Chicago to St. Louis to Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
They're about 3 years older than the Chicago Staleys.
What?
Which are the Bears
Look,
now.
So, all right. So I must warn you, get a lot of NFL one-on-one of things that you never.
But anyway, back to the book.
Talked about.
Yeah, back to the book.
Anyway, back to the book. Was it? How did you actually develop your main characters for your book?
Were you doing like in the movie Think Like a Man? No, that wasn't Think Like a Man. What movie was that? When Oh God, everyone likes this movie too, with Morris Chestnut and Taye Diggs and Sanaa Lathan.
Medea's family reunion?
No. Best Man.
The Best Man.
Oh, okay. Did you just?
You said what?
Are you a Nia Long author?
Nah.
Writing about your friends?
Nah.
Putting their business out there?
No.
So
that's what you're gonna do for Skylyne. You're gonna put all our
pretty
business out
much
there. On a business level, not personal level.
So pretty much, your characters are basically thrown out there. It's not based on anything like friends or stuff that you heard, stuff you've seen in the news, because some authors actually pull their.
I pull them from life experience.
Okay.
I can see something that happened today. I'll put it in a book.
Right.
So, life experience is just, you can get inspiration anywhere.
Okay.
That is true.
What's inspiring you to, not even what's inspiring you to continue, because it's a passion of yours. Mm-hmm. Have you ever thought about, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And that'll answer the rest of the questions that I'm going to ask, because I can't put the words together. But it's a lot of questions about your books.
Eventually having them either screenplays or movies or both.
Boom.
And also having my own publishing company.
Boom.
So Tyler Perry's gonna be making a movie, Yeah. I'll pay to go see that.
Right, what's up? Front row seats.
Man,
right there,
smack
dab in the middle.
Front row. Man, I want VIP access.
Right. Yes.
You.
Okay.
I'm the side piece. Sidebar comment, please. Sidebar comment.
I know, but it was funny.
Yeah,
that was a good funny. So, which books can you see as a screenplay? Like,
all of them.
I was gonna say all of them.
And I'm not even saying that to be like.
No, you wrote a book. I want to see a movie.
Conceited. Mm-hmm. If you read my reviews, they all read as like movies. People be like, oh, I read this as a movie, or I can see it as a movie happening.
Yeah.
And that's what you want.
So who's some of your favorite authors?
My favorite authors?
Yeah, I mean, out of the blue. Even one no one would think to associate with you.
Let me see. Victoria Christopher Murray.
Okay.
Kiera Newfield.
Okay.
Rashonda Tate Billingsley.
Okay.
And Arthur Katia. I might be saying her name wrong.
Okay. Now give me one that no one, because pretty much, I'm familiar with the folks that you just mentioned. But one that nobody, they could look at you and say, I never thought you would read that person. Who would that be?
I would say Treasure Blue.
Treasure Blue. Okay, and why?
I just like his stories.
You just like his stories. Something about his
His
storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's one of his favorite works that you like?
I would have to say there's so many. Fly Betty.
Okay.
It was taking over.
Well, I'm just, filling in the blanks.
You're just filling in the blanks.
That's right.
So who do you look to for any kind of advice, or do you have a wise counsel? How do you?
I go to at least 3 to 4 different authors if I need help on certain. And my publisher. But yeah, I go to them for advice if I need help with like outlining or figuring out how to put certain words or stuff like that.
Who gives you that drive? Like, say that one person who you can go to and you're like, I got writer's block, I can't think, and they just say, well, you better go in there and just put something down on that page until you really find out what you really write.
I would have to say Kiera Newfield.
Okay.
And how long has she been a part of that push for you?
Since I want to say maybe for like 2 years now.
She told you could do it again, and you was like, I can. And she was like, yeah, girl, get the writing. What you doing?
That's exactly how it goes. Exactly how it goes.
You were like, okay, so what does this sound like?
Yep.
And it worked. Yes, definitely. If you weren't, we already asked if you weren't writing, what else would you be doing? You said the mentorship. And yes.
Something like that.
We did. We talked about this.
I
She
know.
said she
Yeah,
would
she
do
did.
the mentorship, and then I told her about how she can actually use her books for the younger adults and the younger women with the mentorship. We talked about it.
How often would you like to have book signings?
If I could, every month. At least once a month.
Have you, I know you said the one
You
in
got boomerang
West
questions,
Virginia.
boo. Ding, ding, ding.
I know you said the one in West Virginia, but is that actually like a book signing, or is that like a big, because I know down here at the Enoch Pratt Library, they have like a, and then Baltimore also have the book fair.
Yeah, I went there
stuff
last
like
year.
that. Yeah. Is it sort of like that, or is it just intimate book signing for you?
It's like a lot of authors there.
Okay, so it's like a. So have you done any book signings?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where basically?
Dallas.
Okay, what place in
Atlanta.
Dallas? Because we got people in Dallas looking too, so they need to find out where they get the book at.
Highland Library.
Okay.
And then Atlanta, it was in some convention center. I don't remember which one.
Probably Peachtree. No, it wasn't Peachtree.
Let me see. I've done one at Goshen, Gaithersburg, Goshen Church.
Okay.
And I believe that's about it.
Okay. Cool. Now, what do you? I know I'm just taking over the show. That's all right.
It's fine because you're the best producer we got. So.
Thank you. Well, what do you do outside? I mean, when you get to that point of where it's like, you know what, I don't feel like writing. What do you do? I mean, because you seem like a creative person, and you got a lot of creative juices. But I know sometimes I don't feel like picking up a pen, and I write a lot, and it's like, the heck with this, and I might go play my guitar or something. What do you do?
I usually read.
Okay, just read.
She's not writing. She's
read or eat, sleep.
Okay.
But usually it's reading, or like doing a word search or something like that.
So you're completely into literature itself.
Yes.
Do you do like the ad libs and the? I know you did crosswords, but do you do like the ad libs and the Sudokus and the I gotta find? You don't do all of those? Man, it is nothing to like wrap your head around when you be like super wrapped around things like that. Isn't it time? It's not time for break. I think the next one is 47. Yeah, the next one's 47. Like when you just super wrap your head around them. Like I used to love doing them all the time. Word searches, I got over it.
I usually do word searches like every once in a blue moon. It's usually me reading, either reading or writing, or eating. I like to eat.
I mean, well, at least you have good grammar. No, but really, because, yeah, speaking of good grammar, so of course you have good grammar or great grammar. Well, I mean, how many times do you have to edit how do the edits come back?
So basically I write and then I send it to my publisher and she'll have suggestions on the side. And then either I can go with those suggestions or not.
Okay.
9 times out of 10 I go with it because it makes the work flow easier. Makes the words flow easier and it sounds better. So I usually go with her suggestions. So then I'll change it, save it, send it to her. She'll read over it and send it to me if anything needs to be like changed or corrected.
Okay, and then like the grammar probably is like you probably done learned how not to have so many grammatical.
It's
still there.
Yes, I still need to work on it. So
that's
I'm getting there.
I'm getting there. Right. I don't know what happened. I remember my freshman year of college, I was the only student that got 100% on the grammar test that we had to take like at the beginning of the year. And I don't know what happened. It just like, now it's just like.
See, that's the thing. People always tell me, they're like, I want to write a book. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know where to put this. Don't worry about that. When I write, I just write and worry about of course, you know, you have your periods, where they need to go, your question marks and all that. But as far as the grammar goes, I'm not saying that I don't do it, but I just.
Write it out and then you can go back and autocorrect it and go back and
exactly.
I can just keep going. Would you like to provide can't ask that question yet. What else do you look forward to doing in the near future?
Learning how to do screenplays.
Are you gonna go to like school for it? Well, not school, but take classes. But
I'll see what the future goes.
I covered my mouth. I'm sorry. Some things you can't stop.
No.
You can't stop a yawn.
I'm just picking with you.
Yawn be like, do y'all know about the yawn?
It's contagious.
Yawns are contagious. That's the word.
Because you exhale something.
It's whatever you exhale, and the next person inhale it, so it makes them want to.
I don't remember what it is, but you actually exhale something besides air, like a microscopic organism or something. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I don't remember. Learned it in high school. I was gonna ask something, but I forgot.
You say make him forget his questions. It's like the second time.
I'm sorry.
Told you she's a bully.
I'm not a bully. I'm little.
Y'all the worst ones.
Oh, hey now. Hey now.
You a bully too?
No. Am I a bully? No.
She gotta ask. Oh yeah, she looking up at the stars.
I don't think I'm a bully.
We're not bullies.
We're just very direct.
You're a bully, and she's suspect number one.
Do I look really innocent right now? So I'm trying to make like the most innocent face. Like, So I do have a question though. What is your favorite book? Which one is your favorite? Or which one? Yes. Which one is your favorite?
That I wrote?
Yes.
Dang.
She ain't wrote it yet. It's gonna be Skylyne.
I would have to say Triple Threat. It's coming out next week.
Triple Threat is coming out next week, guys. Make sure you hear her loud and clear, okay?
Triple Threat next week. Book number 9.
Skyline's gonna be titled Skylyne, The Takeover.
Okay.
Kidding. So when you get a movie made of one of your books, we're gonna be in your movie. I'm serious.
Me too.
Okay. You gonna be in our documentary?
Excuse me?
You gonna be in our documentary?
I think
We're doing a documentary on homeless.
Yes.
For DC and Baltimore. Jay's gonna do DC, right? The videography.
Yeah.
I have someone that's gonna do Baltimore.
Okay.
We about to get it popping.
So, out of the 3 that we have here, which one is your favorite out of the 3?
The Boy Next Door.
Well, then read us an excerpt. Come on.
Oh.
One of your favorite parts.
One of my favorite parts?
One of your favorite parts.
It's got to be juicy.
Okay. Okay.
The Lord could be juicy. You know.
Alexis was my first love, but was so ungodly. Giselle was my next door neighbor, and I was feeling her heavily. Then I thought that maybe I should be single. I was just confused as to what to do. Should I have a girlfriend or should I be single for the time being? Temptation seemed to be following me everywhere I went. My ex-girlfriend is looking so good right now. I wanted to sleep with her, but deep down inside, I knew that I knew what I was doing wasn't right. I wanted to live a godly life.
I have a question.
Ooh,
Yes, sir.
okay.
Wait.
Have you ever, and if you haven't, would you be interested in creating books on tape?
Books on tape?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but not my voice.
You don't like your voice?
I
Do you
do.
know how nice you just read that?
Yeah.
It sounds good.
Now that narrative, was that a male or female?
That was a male.
Okay.
You wrote from a male's perspective?
You gotta write from males, females. I always can be a female's perspective.
So how do you do that? Like,
Well, you gotta be creative, apparently. I can't explain. It's just something I just do.
so this is what she told me in the other words, right? And being creative. She told me that she goes and she puts on men's clothes and she sits down with men and actually have a conversation with them.
You know what? You know what?
That's
as far fetched as it sounds, that you know what, you can actually get away with that.
Yeah. That's your story.
Go to a barbershop, you know.
Yes, go to a barbershop. I bet you can find every story in the world there. I don't know what you're going to cut, but...
Reason why I ask is most people, they get their music all together when they take road trips.
Mm-hmm.
Not my parents. My dad goes out and gets like 4 different books on tapes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And not all of them are good, just like not all books are good.
Right.
Depending on what your interest is, just like movies.
Mm-hmm.
But some of them have really been good. Not all of them are raunchy. Not all of them are sex explosive and all kinds of language. But some of them are actually pretty good, whether they have it in it or not. Granted, it's going to be more juicy. Like, I like Power more than Empire because it seems more real than Empire. And behind closed doors, it's like a soap opera with everything that a soap opera does not have as far as the cussing and the sex.
Right.
It's more entertaining and it's more lively versus fiction.
And it actually can happen in real
Relatable.
life.
Exactly.
Yeah, relatable.
It's very relatable. Power is definitely relatable.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what. Let me know when you get your first books on tape and I'll buy one.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna buy a book too.
Which book
Just because.
would be your favorite that you would like to turn into a TV show? Like, or a stage play? Because they start off as stage plays before TV shows.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Really?
Not
No.
necessarily. No.
Oh.
There's a lot of movies, books
Yeah,
that
books,
actually
the
went
movies.
to movies
Mm-hmm.
and never made it to the stage.
Yes. I almost had a moment of changing the subject on accident because it just popped in my head. But yes, Mean Girls is about to be on Broadway. I had to get it out.
Well, yeah, well, yeah, I mean, you know,
You gotta understand.
to be honest with you, you'll find more movies going to the theater
The Broadway and theater.
than you would, you know,
Time.
more so books. I think it takes for a movie to become a stage play. Whether, you know, the only thing, especially if it's musical theater, you just have to throw in the songs more so because it's already written out. You already know the characters, you know how to play the characters and so on and so forth. When it's a book, it's a little harder because you actually have to get your interpretation of what the character is. And you have to kind of,
It's 9:47.
present it out and not be finished in a second. Thank you. You have to present it in a different way, where you could just totally do a carbon copy of the movie, just like Hairspray.
Yeah.
If you look at the original John Waters movie,
Mhm.
and then compare it to the one with John Travolta in it, the only thing that's different is that the songs changed.
Yeah.
Other than that, and that's about it.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
And now we're going on break.
Hey, you taking us
Go
on
ahead.
break?
No, you say your speech.
Oh, all right, guys. I thought our producer was taking us on break because he was almost there, man. But he is not, and we are about to go on break because we're going to take ourselves on break because that's what we know how to do. We are almost there. We are into our last segment, so whenever you can, make sure you all tune in every Wednesday from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Remember the time change, else you'll get here a little bit early, and you'll be missing us or waiting on us while, we're on our way. So make sure you all take care of that, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. For everyone that's tuning in, we'll be back on BeExposedRadio.com.
Skylyne.
My name is Ruth Rusi. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live united. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child. And believe it or not, it prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time and they have the need. And I've always believed that if we're not here to help each other, then what are we here for really? My name is Ruth Rusi. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
My name is Meera Batra. I have been in this country 32 years, and this is how I live united. America has always been the land of promise, and in my community, many families have come for a better life. Coming from another culture myself, I know the desire to become part of a community, to feel at home, and to gain the tools for our children and families to succeed. So I advocate for these families with United Way. United Way empowers them to look beyond their histories and to see what opportunities are available. We help them get involved with their kids' schools, network within the community, and when we do, we unite them. We make the community stronger. What I do is something I wish someone had done for me, and I am so grateful I am able to. My name is Meera Batra. I help families see opportunities and succeed. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And we're live.
Just like that.
Just like that. Just like that. Bring it just like that. You remember that song?
Yeah.
Do you
Wasting
remember that
time.
song?
Wasting time. We're live.
You right. This your segment.
My segment. I got this. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad she's got the vote of confidence. She ain't let me talk the whole show. Mark, would you like to ask a question? 20 minutes late. Mark, would you like to ask a question? I got to pick with you. I'm going to hear it on the way home. Tell the people your social media information, where they can go cop that book. She got 8 of them, y'all. She working on the 9th one. And tell us one more time about your event in West Virginia.
So my event in West Virginia is October 4th and 5th at the Civic Center. My social media, Facebook is Loreal Ballou, Instagram _Loreal B, Snapchat Fatima FAHTEMA, and you can find my books on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, and iBooks. And Twitter is Loreal _2 Blessed.
Yes. I got Barnes & Noble right here at Ann Arbor.
Go look for her books.
Ann Arbor, y'all. What's up, Baltimore? Go cop that book. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what this weekend is. It's the 3rd weekend of the month. Skylyne Foundation, Skylyne Radio Show have events all weekend. Saturday morning, we'll be at Franklin Square Park in D.C., 1302 K Street Northwest, right across the street from the park at 14th, right across the street from the Washington Post building. Feeding the homeless. Food, water, snacks, clothes, toiletries, feminine products, hygiene products. I can't stress enough, we need school supplies. If you'd like to donate, come out and support, volunteer, get involved. You can hit me you can text me if you have my contact number. I do not give my contact number out on this radio show, nor anyone else's. You can contact me, you can hit me on Facebook, Mark Gray, Skylyne Mark, however you can find me. Instagram, you can catch me at Skylyne, SKYLYNE _Mark. T the Busy Bee, Tiana Hudson, Kiera the Poet.
Kiera Marie _ the Poet on Instagram. That's our other partner. Her name's Kiera. Mine is T _ the Busy Bee.
11:30 to 2:30. That's Saturday. Saturday night we have our monthly Today's Career Women. It's all about the ladies. Come out, get it, network, socialize, eat, drink, play, party, and turn up. You have no idea who comes to these events. You'll be surprised who you might just meet. 9 to 2. Sunday after the farmers market, we're in downtown Baltimore. After the farmers market, they move out, we move in. 1 to 4 under the 83 bridge, 407 East Saratoga Street, right across the street from Charm Baltimore, right across the street from Ida B's Table. Immediately after, we have a day party at Sangria Patio Bar, 4 to 9. Come on out. Gonna have bomb music. Gonna have Prohibition Bar, a Mo Dirty of Prohibition Mobile Bar will be bartending. His drinks are off the chain, so definitely go get you a drink. Network, socialize, take in the music, and that's 409, 930 East Saratoga Street. I'm sorry, 930 North Charles Street, Midtown Baltimore. And that's all I got.
That's all I have. Oh, Queens Take DC. If anyone is in DC, they are having another big photo shoot. Make sure you take on at Instagram Queen Takes DC so that you can find them and they'll be able to come out and support them as well.
Where's your mic?
Gotta go.
Where's your mic?
I took it off.
That's what he was asking you, because he can't.
Queens Take DC is having a photo shoot this weekend on the 20th in DC. Make sure you follow them on Instagram at Queens Take DC. Thank you. All right, guys.
She's so special. We thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate your love and support and your loyalty. We will see you next week. We have a special guest as usual. We're not announcing that yet. We'll announce that Friday. We'll see you next week. Again, 8 to 10. That's our new time. Get at us, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, or BeExposedRadio.com. Be safe. We'll see you this weekend. And we'll be back next week on BeExposedRadio.com. Skylyne.
Long live Pop. Y'all can go ahead and cry now. I'ma show these niggas what to do with one of your beats, man. I am Gas, by the way. Strong woman story should have been on CNN. Nobody knows what it's like being Gwen. Windows closed in the house, it ain't no CNN. Can't gain weight for years, she been being thin. Single mother, no help from the system. When they was giving out food stamps, she missed them. Birth certificate, baby daddy, she couldn't list them. But her son was so beautiful when she kissed him. Blame it on love, but nigga she could've died with. Destroyed the whole world, I found out she was a side chick. The nigga loved his wife, and it got hard to hide it. So when Gwen confronted him, he ain't even denied it. Her fault, depends on who you asking. She tried to be a stripper, but the tip out was taxing. Buying all the purses, trying to keep up with the fashion. And her mama hated babysitting with a passion. She deserved better circumstances. A black queen, she should have been blessed with certain chances. Look down upon, getting all of hurting glances. Making men change up all the twerking stances. She never cried about the pain, only gritted her teeth. But most soldiers never get a flower or a wreath. She like G.I. Jane in the war with no relief. Don't recognize why killers was going through her beat. She said more prayers than the nun did. After seeing so much struggles with only one kid, the clinic said baby number 2 couldn't be undid. 9 months later, delivery and it's one big. But this time it wasn't